Hello all, and welcome to this afternoon's beer review. It's almost, well, a little bit past 4:30 in the afternoon of this Memorial Day's Eve, and this review I'm going to dub Pandemic Hair Don't Care. I really need to go to a barber. It is just driving me crazy. Though I should be glad to be in my 40s and have a head of hair this thick and luxurious. The noises you hear are another abandoned chick that my sister has dropped off. The mother hen rejected it, so I'm stuck taking care of yet another baby. My chicken hobby has become a lifestyle, really. And the bass noises you hear is down the road. There's like a band practicing. I'm guessing for a big party they're having Memorial Day. I don't know why they're going to be having a massive party on Memorial Day, other than people have just stopped giving a fuck about social distancing and whatnot. But that is another story all entirely. Yeah. So what are we reviewing today? We are reviewing. Please, this is not really good in the light here. This is Waikiki Brewing Company's Skinny Jeans IPA. This is a West Coast Style India Pale Ale. 6% ABV, 56 IBUs, with Simcoe and Mosaic hops. Now, this is part of their flagship line and has been since the start of the brewery. I did not review it when it first came out. I think it was because I was just kind of burned out on reviewing IPAs at the time, and I sort of forgot that I never reviewed it. So this is actually a pretty common local beer that I haven't reviewed. And, well, it's about high time I go and... Actually, I have to go through, like, all my hundreds, nearly 1,000 reviews at this point, just to go and pinpoint, yes, I haven't reviewed this beer yet. And so today we're going to be reviewing it. Something that's actually kind of turning out to be a little bit rare nowadays is West Coast IPAs. Especially ones that aren't ridiculously high ABV. So, let's get to this, shall we? I'm going to be drinking on an empty stomach. This is something I do very rarely. What a perfect pour here. So, we have a fairly clear, well carbonated. Let's go and turn it a little bit better so you can see it in the light there. Oh, somewhat. Okay. Well carbonated, sort of golden to amber color, with a finger's worth of thick off-white head, redolent of berries, pine resin, a base of somewhat biscuity malts, and some hints of dank, but not too much. Very much kind of berries and pine resin. And let's get to this. I'm thirsty. Taste and feels like a 6.0 ABV on the palate. Hop forward. And lasting hop bitterness into the finish. Big pine in the midst that extends into the long finish and then diminishes. Malts not very... Let me go and fix that camera there. Malts are not very apparent. Some slight sweetness that shows up. in the front, gets overwhelmed by the hot bitterness in the mids, and then reappears on the fringes in the finish. All in all, I think that pretty much covers it. It's not a very complex IPA. It's a pretty decent example of the West Coast style. If you like that sort of very resiny hop bitterness, is definitely there in the mids to finish. Without being too tannic, I find, which is good. If you're into old-fashioned, kind of an oxymoron there, old-fashioned New World style IPAs, New World California Pacific Northwest style IPAs, this is definitely a decent example. Nothing that really hits it out of the park taste-wise, but no real negative dings against it. Good bouquet, good flavor profile, nothing super exciting, just a decent sippable beer. So that's kind of the review for tonight. Kind of a quick one. I was kind of expecting it to be quick. I wasn't expecting this to be like one to sort of rave over and really explore, but just a good drinking beer and, you know, a decent example of a local flagship beer. So, Waikiki Brewing Company's Skinny Jeans IPA. If you're visiting Hawaii, definitely give it a try. It's one of those ones that's easy to find and easy to get. Probably not the most amazing IPA that is released in this state, but one that's easy to get and good enough. It will suffice for your local beer needs. That's your beer review for tonight, folks. Cheers.